Welcome back to Candy's Classic Game Shrine, everyone. Today I'm going to be reviewing a little game called Little Samson. This game is a rare NES gem that goes for hundreds of dollars for an original, or at least $75 for a reproduction cart. But if you're like me and you can't afford either, you can get an EverDrive N8 or a Power Pack flash cart and play it on your NES that way. This game was published by Taito in 1992, and it has that familiar feel from other Taito games that you've played, whether it was in the arcades or on your NES. In the end, this is a quality action platform game with bright colors, good music, and great controls. This game wasn't well known, as this came out at the end of the NES's lifespan, and by then many had already moved on to the Genesis or the SNES. This game allows you to play as one of 4 selectable characters at a time, such as Samson, the main protagonist, Kikira, a dragon, KO, a mouse, or Gam, a golem. Each character in the game has different abilities. For instance, Little Samson, who I'm going to be starting with now, is a quick running character who attacks his enemies by throwing bells. He's able to jump really high and further than most characters in the game. He has the ability to climb on walls as well as the ceiling, which makes those hard to reach spaces a lot easier to get and virtually a thing of the past. Now his controls to grab onto the wall can be a little tricky. You have to hold the jump button and the direction in which you are grabbing onto that wall or ceiling. So it takes a bit of practice, but you'll get the hang of it pretty quick. Now our second hero is Kikira. She has the ability to fly for brief periods of time, making her a favorite character of mine in the game. Did I mention that she also breathes fire? The player can increase the charge of her flame by holding down the B button for longer periods of time, and her colors will change as her attack charges more and more. This sassy dragon is a force to be reckoned with, as she has that feel of a badass dragon, and she has so many great qualities in-game that help you progress along the game much easier. Now our third hero is Gam, the golem. This big guy is bulky, slow, and very tough. He throws very heavy punches, sending enemies to their doom, whether they're coming from behind, above, below, or in front. This character withstands spikes and has a lot more energy than any of the other characters that you can play as start out with. He also is the only character who can attack in all 4 directions. Now while he is a slow character, and playing as him can be a tedious task, if you take your time and you're patient, this tank will get you through the game no problem, except for a few spots where you have to use certain characters. Now KO is our 4th character. Not she. He has the least health of any character at 4 hit points, but this very quick and great jumper will get the job done. Just like Samson, he can climb walls and ceilings, but he's unique in that he can also lay bombs in his path, whereas Samson would throw his bells. The bombs aren't a long-range attack, whereas they kind of deploy right underneath you, but they definitely make boss battles, which you'll encounter a lot of, very easy. And, come on, he's a cute little agile mousey who runs really quick. It doesn't get much cuter than that. Now, the plot is your average, help, save the world, you're my only hope. And, you know, that's fine. But I'm not in it for the storyline, never was, and back in the games of yesteryears, nobody else was either. Once you start the game, you go through the 4 stages as your characters, and once you beat that, you have to defeat Kikira as Samson. Kikira is very alpha and does not want to work with the team, and she's more of a loner, but once Samson beats her, she submits, and she joins the team, and damn, you'll be happy she did. You'll go through level and level, defeating boss after boss until you get to the end and save the day. The storyline isn't, like I said, it's not fantastic, but we'll let it have a pass. It's a lot better than, having a 4-hour walkthrough. We'll just edit that piece out. The plot is your average help, save the world, you're my only hope. But at first Kikira puts up a fight, as she's very alpha and doesn't like the idea of working together. So once you defeat her as Samson, you can use her and any of the other characters in any level at any time by pausing the game and selecting from the menu there. You go through level and level, defeating boss after boss until you get to the end and save the day. The storyline isn't fantastic or very in-depth, and there's no text whatsoever, but to be honest, storylines never mattered in games of yesteryears. You just wanted to put in your game and play. No nonsense like these 3-hour friggin' updates on every time you turn a PS4 or Xbox One or Wii U on. All in all, if I were to break this game down, here's how I do it. Looks, it's vibrant, colorful, detailed, and adorable. Completely took advantage of the NES being better known hardware in 1992. Same with the sound, it's your classic Taito goodness, something you could easily put on an iPod and enjoy at any time of the day. Difficulty? It's casual. You can pick up and play this game if you're just a casual gamer, or even if you're an expert, as it offers different difficulty levels. Replay value is high. I mean, I replay this just as much as I play Super Mario Brothers. And that says a lot, because it's a really good classic game. I really wish this had more exposure back in the day, but unfortunately, it didn't. Length? I would give it a moderate length. You have your initial 4 stages, and then you have to go through a world. An overworld, you can choose your levels and beat bosses that way. It'll keep you busy for at least an hour or two, if you take your time. I've seen people beat these games in like 10 minutes tops. I don't know how they do it, but props to them. I like to take my time, but that's my opinion. Overall, I find the game to be appealing to look at, wonderful to listen to, and an absolute joy to play, with a sweet, simple password system that makes continuing from where you left off a breeze. Is it worth the 500 plus price tag for an original, or the 100 plus price tag for a repro cart? No, sorry, but no. If you can afford the EverDrive, I would go with the ROM so you can at least experience this great game for what it is, because I don't see this coming out on an eShop anytime soon. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more from me, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Links below. Till next time, guys, take care.